Welcome to the live telecast from the hill capital Pallekele as Trinity College take on the Antonians, who are the hosts here at the Lions Den, despite it being a game that is featuring Trinity College. Kandy Antonians host Trinity in the second week of Dialog Schools Rugby League 2026 here at the Pallekele Stadium, and it's going to be a very, very interesting one, not only because of the fact that these two teams have rivalry going back centuries, but also because of the fact that this league is very, very closely contested. Joining me in the comment box is Anirudh. It's going to be a very, very interesting one, mate, and the Eagles will want to make sure that they get their flight going.
Yes, definitely, Sudarshan. A lot of questions to be answered for the Antonians. They played their first game against Isipatana last week in the first week of the Dialog Schools Rugby League 2026 against Isipatana, but not the performance was up to the expectations. But nevertheless, today against their hill country rivals taking on Trinity College Kandy, they will have to make sure that they bounce back into the game. Meanwhile, Trinity looking very confident. We all know that they were the defending champions in the Dialog Schools Rugby League 2025, and of course the knockout champions in this year's tournament as well. And last week they did get to manage a comprehensive win against Lumbini College, and heading into their second game today against the Antonians, as the weather looks partly cloudy and the wind speed looking at 11 kilometers per hour, and so far everything's looking perfect here for yet another good game of rugby.
Yeah, it's nice and gloomy despite being very, very humid though here at Pallekele. Players will be very appreciative of the fact that it's nice and gloomy and there is not much sun. And what I've been told is that it has been a little rainy in the evening hours here in Kandy, and we really do hope that the rain will hold off here at Pallekele, because both teams will like to play some good fast open rugby. As we take a look at the road to final of the Dialog Schools Rugby Knockout, that Trinity emerged champions. Trinity College didn't have a very great performance against the Thurstonites. 38 points that they scored in the first half, but second half Thurston absolutely winning it 8 points to 0. Just got over the line against Sahara College, but a dominant performance against Wesley, and backing that up, a terrific performance against a Royal, record-breaking feat in the final.
Yes, absolutely. I think that game against Wesley College was the highlight game for Trinity College. After the first two games, they did play really well against Wesley in that semi-finals, and looking at the Antonians in the knockouts, just one game they were able to play, that was against Royal College Colombo. They were beaten 34 points to 13. Royal were the runners-up in the knockout tournament 2026.
Well, the Antonians are going down to Royal College, but against Isipatana, they did show some promise, despite Isipatana playing really well than that semi-final and getting that win. As we take a look at the week 2 fixtures, St. Peter's taking on St. Joseph's, and Mahanama College taking on the Wesleyites at Havelock Park. The Antonians, of course, playing Trinity here at Pallekele. Isipatana DS game has been moved to Sunday, with that being worked out at Royal Complex. Lumbini take on Sri Sumangal at Police Park. Prince of Wales taking on Anand. That's going to be a very interesting one. And Science College will want to get their season going against a resurgent Saharians, who are showing very good signs as a very good tight unit. Thurston College, the Giant Killers in that first week, will want a repeat against the big match rivals of their earlier victim, Royal College, but it's going to be a difficult one up at Sukatadasa for the Thurstonites. Kingswood College will host St. Thomas's here on Monday, and will want to try and continue St. Thomas's losing streak from the first week. Well, with that, we'll go for a quick commercial break. When we come back, we will have more to tell you about today's game.
Nava Rexona Sports Defense 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි. Every modern professional needs Vantage. For those who demand the best. Vantage for the modern professional.
Introducing Elephant House Wonder Bar Gold. Crack your wonder.
Park Avenue. Long-lasting fragrance. Unshakable confidence.
Introducing new Air Action Mentos. The peak of freshness. Yes, too fresh.
Black Night Go. Pocket perfume. You take it a go ekak.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
Park Avenue. Long-lasting fragrance. Unshakable confidence.
Rugby.
Live Rugby.
Prima Kotumi. Fun tamai.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
Pain can pause your active life. Get the all-new Woo Pain Relief Spray for fast, long-lasting pain relief.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
බෑග් වල බොරු ගණන් ගහලා පස්සේ ලොකු ඩිස්කවුන්ට් දෙන දේවල් මාගාව නෑ මහත්.
ඔබේ නිවසේ පරිපූර්ණ නිමාවකට දවටනේ නියම මිල සඳහන් ස්විස්ටෙක් නිෂ්පාදන මිලදී ගන්න. ස්විස්ටෙක් ගන්න ඕනේ හොඳම තීරණය.
ලීසින් එක ගත්ත වේගෙන්ම හවසින් ලෝන් එක ගන්න. ළඟම LB ෆයිනෑන්ස් එකට එන්න.
අව්ව නිසා බොඩි එක කූල් නැත්තම් මයින්ඩ් එකත් කූල් නැහැ. ඒකට තමයි ඩෙටෝල් අයිසිකූල්. අව්වත් එක්ක ඇති වෙන දාඩිය නිසා හැදෙන විෂ බීජ වලින් ආරක්ෂා කර ඔබේ ඇඟ 3 ගුණයකින් කූල් කරයි.
Perfectly Swisstech Aluminium. නඩත්තු වියදම් නැති ජාත්‍යන්තර සහතික සමග වසර 30ක් දක්වා වගකීමක් ඇති Swisstech Aluminium. ඔබත් කොටේෂන් එකක් අරගෙන බලන්න.
Park Avenue. Long-lasting fragrance. Unshakable confidence. Park Avenue. Long-lasting fragrance. Unshakable confidence.
Let's KFC!
Making moments special. Most value for money from KFC.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
එතකොට මහත්තයාරුනේ ටයිල් ඇඩිසිව් ග්‍රවුට් වෝටර්ප්‍රූෆින් ස්කිම් කොට් නේ.
ලොකු ඩිස්කවුන්ට් එකක් නැද්ද මුදලාලි අතන කඩේ 140ක් දෙන්නම් කිව්වා.
බෑග් වල බොරු ගණන් ගහලා පස්සේ ලොකු ඩිස්කවුන්ට් දෙන දේවල් මාගාව නෑ මහත්තයා.
ඔබේ නිවසේ පරිපූර්ණ නිමාවකට දවටනේ නියම මිල සඳහන් ස්විස්ටෙක් නිෂ්පාදන මිලදී ගන්න. ස්විස්ටෙක් ගන්න ඕනේ හොඳම තීරණය.
Park Avenue. Long-lasting fragrance. Unshakable confidence.
Love Rugby.
Live Rugby.
Prima Kotumi. Fun tamai.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
ලීසින් එක ගත්ත වේගෙන්ම හවසින් ලෝන් එක ගන්න. ළඟම LB ෆයිනෑන්ස් එකට එන්න.
Perfectly Swisstech Aluminium. ඔබත් කොටේෂන් එකක් අරගෙන බලන්න.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි. නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
Introducing the 2025 TVS Apache RTR 204V.
Nava Rexona Sports Defense 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සදහමයි.
ගෙවන් යන්න ෆෝන්ස් ගන්න ළඟම ආබාන්ස් එකට යන්න ලොකු පොඩි හැම ෆෝන්ස් ගන්න ළඟම ආබාන්ස් එකට යන්න හොඳම ෆෝන් එකක් ගන්න ළඟම ආබාන්ස් එකට යන්න.
Park Avenue. Long-lasting fragrance. Unshakable confidence.
Perfectly. Swiss Tech Aluminium. ඔබත් කොටේෂන් එකක් අරගෙන බලන්න.
අව්ව නිසා බොඩි එක කූල් නැත්තම් මයින්ඩ් එකත් කූල් නැහැ. ඒකට තමයි ඩෙටෝල් අයිසිකූල්. අව්වත් එක්ක ඇති වෙන දාඩිය නිසා හැදෙන විෂ බීජ වලින් ආරක්ෂා කර ඔබේ ඇඟ 3 ගුණයකින් කූල් කරයි.
Welcome back to the live action brought to you from Pallekele as the Antonians host Trinity College here at their own home ground, and it's going to be a very, very interesting game, a hometown derby here at Pallekele, with both teams eyeing for that big W. It's going to be very, very important that they get on to a good start for both the teams, and they will be hungry for those bonus points as well. The week one results, January, interesting week that we had. Wesley College, a big win against Prince of Wales. Pete Wrights running 67 points, 67 unanswered points against Mahanama College, who are the new entrants to this top division. Anand College going down to the Josephians, who looked very, very good with 6 tries in that game. And DSN Anayaka College going down to Sumangala, who absolutely impressed, securing that bonus point as well. 28 points to 26 victory. St. Thomas's College, 24 points to 27, going down to Thursday nights at Ratmalana versus the big upset of the week as Trinity ran in 8 tries, 6 conversions against Lumbini, 55 points to 12. Kinsud, hard fought loss for them against Zahira, who played absolutely well, travelling up to Kandy. Isipatana College 43 points to 14 against the Antonians, who did look a little better than their outing against Royal College, but Isipatana College on the other hand had really notched up their performance, and Royal running in 43 points to 10 after being under a little bit of pressure, 14 points to 10 at half time.
Yes, definitely, Sudarshan. I think the Antonians, they were off to a great start in that game against Isipatana, and it's just that they couldn't continue that momentum. And if we have a look at the points table of Dialog Schools Rugby League 2025, the cup segment, of course, Trinity, the league defending league champions, did lead the cup segment 24 points as they just lost one game. That was one upset that had been that last season, where Trinity was defeated by the Pete Wrights. And Wesley College emerged as season runners-up, and of course Royal, St. Thomas, St. Peters and Isipatana did manage to do really well in that cup segment. And of course moving on to the plague segment, DSN Anayaka College and St. Joseph's College were the champions and the runners-up. And ball segment, it was the Antonians who were emerged as bowl champions, and Mahanam College as the ball runners-up just by 1 point.
Yeah, the Antonians, despite having a very slow start, really bounced back at the latter part of the season, and that's something that they will be able to take a lot of heart from. They are the defending champions of the bowl. I think this year the main target is going to be making the cup segment and making sure that they secure a place in that top 6 Janiru. Difficult group, yes, but if they can really lift their performance up, and that will be their first target to try and make it to the cup segment. Trinity, on the other hand, will want all their guns firing in this game and make sure that they capitalize as they start off the proceedings. The Group 1A, which this game concerns Trinity College, Isipatana, DSN Anayaka College, Sri Sumangala, the Antonians and Lumbini College. Trinity, Isipatana, Sri Sumangala already having secured victories in the opening week. It's up to the Antonians and the Lumbini to change their course in this week number 2. Group number 2A, Wesley, St. Peter's, St. Joseph's all securing victories. Anand Mahanama and Prince of Wales going down with Group 3A, which is looking very, very interesting, with Royal, Zahira College and Thurston College getting victories, and that is going to be a very tightly fought group in Group 3A. Both teams, Janiru, going through their motions not very lengthy warm-up, especially because of the fact that they need to make sure that they don't overdo their warm-ups in this very hot and humid conditions.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. It's very humid out here at Pallekele, and the Antonians and the Trinitians. It's their hometown as well. They know how the conditions play as well, and it's important how they use their energy as well, especially when it comes to a 70-minute of a game of rugby, as everything's set for this the battle between the Hill Country rivals St Anthony's College Kandy hosting Trinity College Kandy, and of course the game was supposed to be played at Nithawala, and due to the under 85 kg New Zealand versus Sri Lanka game happening at Nithawala, all arrangements have been prioritized, so the game nevertheless will happen in Pallekele. As stay tuned with us ThePapare, Sri Lanka's #1 sports channel, as we'll be heading for a short commercial break.
enjoy කරන්න party එකට go.
Night Go Pocket Perfume. Youth එකට go එකක්.
Introducing Elephant House Wonder Bar Gold. Crack your wonder.
Pain can pause your active life. Get the all-new Woo Pain Relief Spray for fast, long-lasting pain relief.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
Love rugby.
Live rugby.
Prima Kotumi. Fun Tamari.
Captain Cool, Captain Cool, Captain Cool.
අවුව නිසා බොඩි එක කූල් නැත්තම් මයින්ඩ් එකත් කූල් නැහැ. ඒකට තමයි Dettol Icy Cool.
Experience what it means to have true peace of mind with NDB credit cards. NDB credit cards, the advantage in your wallet.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
NDB Leasing බාපු ගමන් නැවෙන් ලීසින් එක අපෙන් ඉලෙක්ට්‍රික් හයිබ්‍රිඩ් පෙට්‍රල් ඩීසල් ඕනම වාහනයකට නොම්බර එකේ ලීසින් NDB Leasing NDB බැංකුව.
Every modern professional needs Vantage. For those who demand the best. Vantage for the modern professional.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
Introducing new Air Action Mentos, the peak of freshness. Mentos, yes to fresh.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
Kitchen එක අබාස් කරන්නේ දැන් වයිෆුත් හැපි එකේ ඉන්නේ. වයිෆ් හැපි කරන්න. Kitchen එක අබාස් කරන්න.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
Introducing Elephant House Wonder Bar Gold. Crack your wonder.
Park Avenue. Long-lasting fragrance. Unshakable confidence.
Vantage for the modern professional.
Perfectly Swiss Tech Aluminium. නඩත්තු වියදම් නැති ජාත්‍යන්තර සහතික සමග වසර 30ක් දක්වා වගකීමක් ඇති Swiss Tech Aluminium. ඔබත් කොටේෂන් එකක් අරගෙන බලන්න.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
දවසම ෆ්‍රෙෂ් වෙන්න O3 Spirit and Freedom perfumed body spray.
Introducing new Air Action Mentos, the peak of freshness. Yes, too fresh. Captain Cool, Captain Cool, Captain Cool.
අවුව නිසා බොඩි එක කූල් නැත්තම් මයින්ඩ් එකත් කූල් නැහැ. ඒකට තමයි Dettol Icy Cool.
Experience what it means to have true peace of mind with NDB credit cards. NDB credit cards, the advantage in your wallet.
Park Avenue. Long-lasting fragrance. Unshakable confidence.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි. නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
Vantage for the modern professional.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
Welcome back to the live action from Pallekele as we just finished the two school songs as the distinguished guest being introduced to the two teams. Darugu will take a look at the team cards as there are some very interesting changes on both the teams, Januru, because both the teams are looking to make sure that they get their squads right. Antonians, we understand that their skipper Kodikar did have a bit of a niggle in the last week with his shoulder being dislocated. He's not going to be featured in this game, and 7 changes from the Antonians of last weekend.
Yes, the forwards for the Antonians, Alan Fraser, Lakwin Mantilaka, Chevy Netsar, Mohammad Tanij, Dinuka Jayasundara, Chandira Galapitage, Chani Dharmadas, and Nake Sampath. And looking at the backs for the Antonians, there'll be one change as the skipper is missing out today due to his shoulder dislocation injury. Sean Emmanuel at number 8, Ravishka Gunawardhan and Inash Gunasekar, Habib Govindaraj and Resadu Bandar, and Johan Gunawardhan the winger, and the umpire at number 15. And the replacements for the Antonians, Sella have Vikramasinghe, Jayatung, Gunawardhan, Rooks, Manage, Suhail, Ubaid, Vitanage, and Rahim.
For the Trinitians, I think it's going to be an interesting challenge because the Antonians have opted for wholesale changes, 7 changes in their squad. For Trinity, 4 changes coming in. Nabil Jaya comes in to the side on a starting note. Ritika Veragama as well joins him alongside Shamas Rodrigo, the only survivor from last week in that front row. Akesh Fernando Vihange Dusara has been the pair that has been picked to lock up for Trinity 2 weeks in a row now. Prateep Yaini and Evin Jayasena from number 8 moves to the open side flank, and Achinta Jayasena gets a started off from the bench last game. Udan Vijay Kohn will slot in at number 9. Abdul Malik from number 15, fullback rather, comes into the fly-half position. Kevin Virakon will pair up with Ahmad Mansil as the centre combination. No Sadisha Veeravansa today as well. Dimat Tambepiti and Amr Faisal, who had a fabulous game against Lumbini, continues to be the wing, and Sean Altaf dropping back to the number 15 position for Trinity. Misela Pereira, Yashan Kavsindu, Matisha Jayasingh, Akila Fernando, Bilal Nazir, Sadish Kaushalya, Avishka Jayasekara, Madhuranga De Silva, Malish Jayanet and Menuka Yadehige, the finishers for Trinity College.
Yes, Sudarshan, a good sign for the Trinitians. Minula Yadehige is back as well after his injury concern. And good signs for him and good signs for Trinity as well, as all set for the kickoff. The Trinitians will be on the receiving end, and the match officials, Jan Yatawar will be the match official referee, and alongside him the assistant referees will be Jeevaka Fonseca and Amila Rajakaruna. All set for the kickoff. It's the Antonians taking on the Lions, the Hill Country rival. It's going to be an interesting game. Antonians, like I mentioned before as well, they'll have a lot of questions to be answered, and it's going to be a big challenge ahead of them. And here's that whistle from referee Atawara. And the ball bounces into Kevin Viracone's hands as he gets into the first contact of the game.
Stopped inside the 22 by the Antonian defense. Trinity going deep, going for the clearance to their skipper, and Sean Altaf duly obliges and brings play up to the 10-meter mark, 40 meters out from his own try line. Antonians need to be a little wise in this game. Janri, it's going to be very important that they play that territorial game early in this game and try to deprive Trinity of territorial presence in their own half.
Yes, I definitely agree with you, Sudarshan. And yes, the first Rexona line out of this game. Antonians were really good with the line outs, and the forwards were exceptional for the Antonians against Isipatana. They will have to continue this momentum. And here's the first player from the Antonians, gets into contact, starts well with that line out. Trinity defense looking solid as well.
At that time, Achita Jaisena needed to roll away for Akash Fernando to try and jackal that ball. Emmanuel feeding Gunawardhana. Now quick ball out for the Antonians and space on the outside. Gunasekara getting a start this game. Big tackle on him by Kevin Viracone. Emmanuel now sending it out. Dinuka Jayasundar was one of those very impressive lads against Royal College. Big presence and a ball carry by him for the Eagles. Can he dish one out against the hometown arch rivals for the Antonians? Gunawardhan yet again has played that distributor role very well, looking to try and send it out, but this time Akash Fernando right on top of that ball and make sure that he controls the body weight and jackals that ball.
Yes, does very well Akash Fernando to get out of trouble straight away. The first penalty of the game in favor of Trinity College. Sean Altaf with the ball in hand, going for that touch find. Sean finds a decent touch. It will be the first line out, first Rexona line out rather for Trinity College. Of course, these Trinity forwards and the backs have been really impressive this season. And they've got a long season to go ahead.
First Rexona line out for the Trinitians. Nahil Jaya, the man throwing in. Jayasena is the recipient. Quick line out for Trinity. Here's Altaf as the first receiver. A big tackle and very well done by the Antonians. This is exactly what they need to do. They need to be right up and be in the face of the Trinitians, not give them space to try and swing the ball out wide early.
There's a lovely short ball from Trinity. Just couldn't held on to that ball and held on to possession, as that knock forward will lead into the first vantage scrum down of the game. As we have a look at that replay, Chinta Jayasena completely losing that ball, and good tackle from the Antonians as well. Yes, that first vantage scrum in favor of the Antonians. Manuel with the ball in hand. Yes, referee Jan Yatawara want to have a chat with the front rows, making sure that the bind is perfect for the scrum to process. After a few words, to the wanted scrum. Yes, the scrum's looking good this time. Yes, Emmanuel with the ball in hand, feeds the scrum. Sends it out.
Good scrum by the Antonians, resisting pressure. And yet again, here's the man on the outside, Johan Gunawardena, creating problems for Trinity. Space was there for the Antonians. But Trinity coming up with a double tackle. Prateep and Jaya combining to cut momentum of the Antonians. Now quick ball on the long side, and Inish Gunasekara has been cramped up for space. Big hit on him by, I believe, Jayasena. Beg your pardon, that's Akash Fernando, who's gotten a bit winded, I believe, in that collision.
Yeah, it's interesting to see what happened out there, Sudarshana. Akash Fernando. Yes, that replay. The winger for the Antonians gaining some good meters as Fernando. I believe it's with the contact of the ground, maybe towards his ribs.
It did look like he was in a bit of pain, but I'm sure was a little winded. Never a happy experience. Anyone that has had that happen to them would attest to that. But the Antonians showing some very good enterprise on the outside channels. Sandro, I think the only thing is you'd expect them to try and earn the right to go wide, maybe get one of those spots to hit in the middle, try and test the Trinitians a little bit more so that the cover defense is limited from the Trinity lads. This time really blotching that Rexon line out.
Yes, absolutely, Sudarshana. But it's important for the Antonians that they continue this momentum, because as the game proceeds, that has been the concern for the Antonians. As we have a look at that replay, once again, good defense from the Antonians. Second handling error from Trinity, and here's once again a vantage scrum in favor of the Antonians. Manuel.
Lakwin Mantil, of course, the man who gave that beautiful tackle, forcing that ball to jump out of the Trinity hands, and now the Antonians getting the men in. Amar needed to release the man for the tackle to come. Daham Pereira leaves it behind, but backwards was the call. Trinity now jackling it. Good turnover ball, quickly taken, and Ritika Veragama pounces on that. Udan now going on to the short side. Altaf. Malik needed to go down and recycle the ball. A little error in judgment on where Kevin Virakun Abhyagupadna Dimatambe Pityaverse. And is a forward pass. So first time Trinity came into the Antonian half. So territorially, Antonians doing very well to make sure that they try and camp up in the Trinity half. And Trinity have been starved of possession in these first 7 minutes.
Yes, absolutely. And a slight miscommunication there between Abdul Malik and Dimatambe Pitya. And once again, Antonians, yet another scrum down. A vantage scrum down for the Antonians once again. Now in the Trinity half. Interesting to see, will the Antonians attack or go for the boot? Once again, a lovely short ball, using their second center into contact.
Resandu Bandar, the man with the carry, takes it in and decides to kick after that first phase. Sean Altaf this time opts to put the ball up. And a very good chase by Altaf as well, but Emmanuel collects it cleanly. Pereira acting as the halfback, and that ball is gifted Achinta Jayasena for the opening Amana Bank try in this game. Trinity putting relentless pressure is what created that try. Emmanuel dealt with it very well, but that pass from the Pereira was much to be desired. Antonian forwards who were anticipating that was a hospital pass if there ever was one. Achinta Jayasena pounces on that and this lad has wheels underneath him.
Yes, brilliant pressure from the Trinitians and brilliant game awareness from Atinta Jayasena. Not the best of passes from Emmanuel, but Atinta Jayasena saw that loose ball and straight away that's the first Amana Bank try for Trinity College Kandy, and interesting to see Amber Faisal with the kicking duties as he will take the first goal conversion for Trinity College Kandy. Yes, Faisal with the conversion, but not the best of conversions, but nevertheless Trinity gets the lead, draws first blood in this game between Antonians and Trinitians. 5 points to nil. Trinity scoring that first Amana Bank try.
Same.
Well, it all started off with kicking off the hand. They sent in a man, didn't work the angle well. Jandro needed to make sure that they find space behind Trinity's last line of defense, but it was into the hand of the breadbasket of Shan Altaf, who replied, chased his own kick, and then the pressure from Trinity as Kevin Virakon collects it and makes it available. Vijay Kohn taken in, so Altaf cannot kick out on the full, but that's a very good deep kick, equally well collected from the Antonians. Finds Altaf again. A little bit of kick tennis, but this time put up, and Altaf contests for the ball. Trinitians were guilty of not retreating. Emmanuel takes it quickly. This is brilliant from the Antonian halfback. Quick ball to the Antonians on the short side. This is absolutely fabulous from the Eagles, who are looking to dictate the pace of the game. Here's a carry from Dharmadasa. Trinity coming up and rushing the Antonians. Pereira, good tackle on him by Ambe Pitya. But the Antonians calming it down. Gunawardena comes into the rescue. Emmanuel. Jayasundara has been heavily marked by the Trinitians. Haven't had good front football to run onto. And when he does that, he's a very dangerous lad. Could have lashed onto that ball. Netsara is going in unguarded. But the Antonians now looking to change the point of attack. They have a pod on the outside. Need to try and stretch this Trinity defense, who are very comfortable keeping it close. This time Emmanuel goes to Pereira outside the 22, so cannot kick it out on the full. Malik sees the space. With the counter, Ambe Pitya cuts back inside, gets away from two tacklers. And the securing is good from Trinity. Altaf playing first receiver. Veragama goes to the ground. Ball out, and Udan Vijay Kohn finds Altaf. Here's Kevin Virakon to Evin Jayasena. Faisal in the corner. Good defensive work by the Antonians. Now Altaf to Jayasena with another strong carry. Offloads to Jaya. Malik. Amar. Ambe Pitya. Cuts back inside, but doesn't gain much ground. Ambe Pitya. Good pressure from the Antonians. Udan negotiating well. Veragama sends it through the legs. Altaf with a cross kick, but to guard that verse, Inesh Gunasekara rather. Antonians having an answer for that cross kick, but unfortunately loses that forward. And the Trinitians have lost it as well, so no advantage. Good passage of play from both the teams. Antonians also looking to be industrial. It's the handling errors that are really getting to them.
Yes, absolutely. Brilliant play from both these teams. Trinity continuing their phases with good intent as the Antonians defending very well. But here's an opportunity now for Trinity for that second score, I believe. A scrum down in favor of them in their own 22. Dan Vijay Kohn, the ball in hand.
Trinity scrum in their green. Vijay Kohn opts to run. Here's Kevin. Back of the hand pass. Amar Faisal lost his footing, but good quick ball still available. Malik, long pass. Ambe Pitia cuts back inside and reaches over. Amana Bank, try number 2. Dimatambe Pitia touches down in minute number 14.
It's absolutely brilliant from Dimatambe Pitia. A big valuable effort for that second Amana Bank try for Trinity College. As we have a look at that replay. Quick ball from Udan Vijayakon and Abdul Malik. Lovely pass and look at that, cuts in. He was getting tackled, but nevertheless does really well to score that try, Dimatambe Pitia. That brings up Trinity College to 10 points. Once again, it will be Faisal with the kicking duties for the goal conversion.
Amar Faisal had a very good day against Lumbini and has showcased that he has the ability to try and get the conversions. Difficult one this time around. It goes to the left of the post, overcompensated for his kick earlier, Janiru. But beautiful work from Udan Vijayakon, quickly sending the ball out. Abdul Malik, lovely pass to Ambe Pitia, steps in. And take a look at this, pumps his legs, knew exactly where the line was. And wingers, when you get that knack of scoring tries, you like to finish it. And Ambe Pitia has showcased that he can be a finisher.
Yes, absolutely. He was brilliant in that knockout finals as well against Royal. And this time the restart not looking good from the Antonians. This is what the concern has been for the Antonians. They have to continue that momentum. Nevertheless, even though they have scored or not, it's important that they carry out the momentum. As the opponent scores and moves forward, the Antonians tend to lose their momentum. That has been a big concern for the Antonians.
Yeah, you got to focus up when your opposition hits one at you. You got to be ready to throw the next punch. And that time, Revishka Gunawardana not getting the touch that he was looking for on that ball, was looking to try and put some height on the ball so that it can be contestable. Centre field scrum for Trinity, options on either side, opts to go to the left. Amar, Mansil, Altaf to Ambe Pitia, couldn't collect it, so got his boot in. I think it came on to Dimatambe Pitia's legs, which he kicked, so it will be in favor of Trinity. Yep, got his foot in, and there, line out in favor of Trinity.
Well, I think Dimatambe Pitia did really well there. It was not the best of passes from Shahan Altaf, but once again this time the line out not looking good for the Trinitans, but nevertheless they managed to hold on to possession.
Here's Faisal in the corner, gets away from the first tackler. Amar Faisal gets away from the second, and that's Amana Bank, try number 3 for Amar Faisal. Blotched line out, but never mind. Amar Faisal goes in the 18th minute of the game for Amana Bank, try number 3 for Trinity. There was an opportunity for Anthony's to pounce on that ball because Trinity absolutely overthrew that. But Shahan Altaf getting it done off the bounce, gets away from Gunasekara. ThePapare is not able to stop him and outruns the halfback Emmanuel, who comes in the cover. Gets in the dive as well. Amar Faisal in the scorebook for Trinity's Amana Bank, try number 3.
Yes, Amar Faisal continuing that, or rather showcasing that brilliance from the first game to the second game. It was a try of individual brilliance, stepping in, stepping out, and once again he has been given the opportunity to go ahead with the 2 points, the goal conversion. Yes, Faisal with the conversion. And this time it's through. He will have 7 points under his name. 17 points to nil. And the game was going 50-50 from the beginning, and right now Trinity suddenly into the game. 17 points to nil. Like I mentioned before, a big challenge ahead, the Antonians. A lot of questions to be answered.
Good high-hanging kick from the Antonians, contestable, but Trinity coming away with that. Vijay Kohn now goes to Altaf, who cannot kick this one out on the full. Pereira with a good collection decides to run a flat kick controlled by Malik through his boot.
Get back, friend, get back.
And this time couldn't judge the kick. Emmanuel tries to get away, but the chases are good from Trinity. Veerakon needs to roll away before Trinity can challenge that ball. Govindaraj acting halfback. Now the forwards need to do some work here, but Emmanuel eventually comes back. Antonians cannot kick this one out on the full because they took it back to the 22 meters. Seems like no, they were inside the 22 meters, beg your pardon. So line out just outside the 22 in favor of Trinity.
There's a lovely step there, and the Papare does really well to get out of danger there, but nevertheless, here's Trinity once again with that Rexona line out, and here's Ajinta Jayasen into contact. Then Vijay Kohn loses that ball. Referee Yatavara.
Captain.
Akash Sampath, the stand-in skipper for the Antonians in place of Kodikara.
දෙපාරක් වුණා මම අතන ඇඩ්වාන්ටේජ් එක එක try එකකින් ඉවර වුණා. මෙතන ආයේ ඒකම කරනවා. මෙතන ඉහාට එවරෙන්ස් එක වෙන්න බෑ. බැක් පාස් කියන්නේ 10ක් මේන්ටේන් කරන්න කියලා. Okay? Get back.
The backs, very clear instructions from referee Atavara, who says the backs have been coming up, advancing before the line out is over. You got to keep that 10 meters.
10.
Now opportunity for Trinity College. Just outside the 22 meters. Altaf goes across, and Dematambe Pitya with the bonus point. Amana Bank try in this 21st minute of the game. Trinity now enjoying themselves.
Well, the Antonians were not ready for that at all, Sudarshan. Take a look at that. Altaf straight away into the cross kick, and Dematambe Pitya very well collected, and this has been a signature play from the Trinitians as Dematambe Pitya touches down for his second Amana Bank try. What a passage of play from the Trinitians.
You just can't relax when you have teams who are willing to chase the ball from every play, especially when it comes to a penalty. It's open plays, and it's you can't really relax. From a very young age, you're taught to make sure when you retreat 10 meters quickly and make sure that you're ready for the opposition to make a play. Opportunity for Faisal to increase his personal tally to 9 points. Third attempt, yet again not successful from the left corner. But the Trinitians wouldn't mind. 22 points to nil is the scoreline. With us quickly approaching the last 10 minutes of the first half.
Well, that kick was an individual brilliance from Shan Altaf. The Antonians were not expecting at all. And with that brilliant try from Dematambe Pitya, the score moves up to 22-0. 21 minutes down in the clock.
Players given a hydration break. Despite it being nice and gloomy, there is a slight wind that goes across Pallekele as well. It's very, very humid in the middle of the field, so it's going to be important that the lads do drink up the fluids that they would have lost. Decent number here at the Pallekele for this hometown derby.
Time back on.
A game that was very keenly contested in the early 2000s, but since year 2010 it has been a one-sided affair where the Lions have held the upper hand against the Antonians.
Yes, absolutely. Antonians looking for that redemption, but nevertheless, yet again, Trinitians are looking favourites. And yes, ThePapare once again, cardinal error there. Straight away losing that ball. And no support at all. And ball has been stolen by Manzil, I believe.
Sean Altaf this time yet again opting to go for the cross, and he finds Ambe Pitya going in for a hat trick. No favours for Amar Faisal as Dimat Ambe Pitya says, third Amana Bank try. Can you come and try and convert this one as Dimat Ambe Pitya goes in for his hat trick.
Well, once again, brilliant maturity of play from Trinity. Take a look at that. ThePapare, Cardinal, they're completely losing that ball. No wonder what happened out there. And Manzil stole that ball, and Udan Vijay going straight into Shan Altaf. Shan Altaf saw that space available wide outside, and once again a lovely cross kick to Ambe Pitya. And like you mentioned, Sudarshan, a hat-trick for Dimat Ambe Pitya. Just 22 or 3 minutes in the game, and Ambe Pitya already into a hat-trick. And this time, change in the kicking duties. Shan Altaf takes the goal conversion, and as it goes astray, nevertheless, Trinity has been brilliant. 27 points to nil against the Antonians, and it's going to be a high-scoring game.
Well, good work by, I believe, Jayasena, who pounced on that ball, and quick ball to Altaf. And this double pivot of Altaf and Malik playing the first 5/8 has really worked for Trinity, hasn't it? Dimat Ambe Pitya was privy to that, was eager to chase on to that ball. And when you have wingers who are able to try and get underneath the balls, it does give the confidence to the lads making those kicks, as Anthony's this time goes again to the hand of Virakun. Kevin. And that time he's holding on to that ball. Very good jackal coming in from the Antonians stand-in skipper Akesh Sampath, who's right on that ball. Gave enough after that tackle. He was the tackler assist coming in. Gave enough time for the ball to be released. Opportunity for the Antonians to try and get at least one score in this game. Zaniru, like you mentioned, their line-out has functioned well. Can they make sure that they hit the correct man and try and set things up and test Trinity with a maul from the line-out?
Well, yes, the forwards and the lineouts have been functioning well for the Antonians, but here's the opportunity. I'm pretty sure that they will look to set that rolling maul and set to drive forward. Yes, the ball has been lost, and yes, the ball's available now. Yes, the lineouts won so far. Trinity
Time back on.
has won 4 Rexona lineouts, and Antonians have won 3 Rexona lineouts. And here's the opportunity now for the Antonians with the Rexona lineout. Jumper does very well to hold on to the ball, and here's the driving maul. Antonians doing very well. Here's the number 19 getting out of that driving maul, heading into that 5-meter line.
Mohammad Tanish was the man who saw the opportunity and made sure that he advanced. Brilliant work from the Antonians. Now the forwards really need to take charge of this and make sure that they hit Trinity and hit Trinity hard. Get their first Amana Bank try. The forwards need to rally around each other, and they're getting headway. Just inches short, and they have touchdown. Good work by the Antonians, and it's that man, Denuka Jayasundar, coming away with that. In the 27th minute, he was silent in the opening exchanges. Jayasundar didn't have much space to run on to, but in close quarters, a very dangerous ball carrier for the Antonians.
Yes, absolutely. That play of close quarters from the Antonians has been brilliant. Even in the game against Isipatana, the 2 tries that were scored was from the forwards. And take a look at that once again. The Antonian forwards doing very well to get on to that first Amana Bank try. And 5 points on the board for the Antonians, and the goal conversion is yet to come. The Papare will take the kicking duties for the goal conversion for the Antonians.
Has a big boot underneath him. Pereira just need to make sure that his tracker align. Set up that maul and opened up a massive valley. Trinitians do have 3 changers in their forwards. It'll be interesting if our production team can give us a replay of the maul where Antonian started off this move. Fabulous work by the forwards from the double blue maroon. Trinity with the restart, 28 points to 3. Here's that ball. With their first restart of the game, Johan Gunawardene carries it for the Antonians. Outside the 22, Emmanuel Diggs, another forward, comes in to the act that time. Tanish met with a big tackle. Pereira tries to get away from first pressure and is held inside the 22. And going in from the side was Galapatige. Pereira hasn't had the greatest of games and he has been put under pressure by Trinity. That time didn't have the confidence with the towering Evin Jayasena in his face.
Yes, definitely a good pressure from the Trinity, and their line speed has been brilliant. Take a look at that. Pereira had no option at all, and here's that penalty conceded from the Antonians. Mohamed Tanish coming from the side and once again conceding an unwanted penalty inside Trinity's 22, and here's yet another opportunity for Trinity for yet another Amana Bank try. Pretty sure most probably that they would opt to go for that driving maul.
Interesting formation by the front three from the Antonians. They're already anticipating a set ball. No interest in putting anybody up into the 30th minute, although our clock is running. Referee Atavara has stopped the clock as we are awaiting a ball to come on to the field. Takes a bit time, but it's at the halfway mark. Oh, now there are 2 on the field.
Yes, the Rexona line out from Trinity College. Evin Jayasena, rather. The ball has been collapsed from the Antonians. Advantage for Trinity.
Fernando picks it up, and that's going to be Amana Bank try number 6 for the Trinitians. Akash Fernando coming away with that one. Antonians did not have any answer after collapsing that. There was a free roll of the dice for the Trinity lads. Can they change their conversion woes with their 6th score of the game?
6 tries under Trinity's name already. Just the first half of the game, and Trinity has been brilliant. Antonians having a lot of unanswered questions. And here's Shan Altaf once again with the goal conversion. Not been the best day for Trinity with the 2 points. Just one conversion that they've been able to get through. And can Shan make it 2 this time for Trinity? Well, this time hits the right post. Very unfortunate there.
Well, it's been that kind of day for kicking off the tee for Trinity College. 1 out of 6. And they'll consider it a drastic underperformance by their standards. The skipper, none out of 2. And Amar Faisal, 1 out of 4. And this time around, it was just inches separating Shan's curve into that upright. Let's go to kicks it deep. Malik collecting it inside the 22, has acres of space and brings play just outside the 50-meter line.
Yes, Malik had enough time to get out of trouble. Once again, the Antonians will have an opportunity in favor of them, but they would want to make sure that they continue their consistency when it comes to their game plan, and continuing that momentum will be highly important for the Antonians. 32 points to 5, just around 2 to 3 minutes before heading into Lemons. And can the Antonians reply back with yet another score before heading into Lemons? Once again, a brilliant line out. Sends the ball out this time. Opting to use their backs, and here's Johan Gunawardhan opting to go on his own, and good defense from Trinity. Kevin Veerakon pushing Gunawardhan back.
Yet again, Veerakon with another good tackle. Wearing the number 13 jersey, but playing in that number 12 slot is really marshalling the defensive line for Trinity in the middle. Veerakon, which is good for the lads in red, gold, blue. But they're trying different options in the midfield.
Once again, a handling error from the Antonians. Take a look at that. Once again, not holding on to that ball, and Manzil straight away into that ball, and once again it will be a scrum down. Vantage scrum down in favor of Trinity. Can they go to yet another score, Sudarshan, before heading into Lemons?
Amar Faisal was the man who gave in that big performance, and the tackle. Vijay Kohn now to Veerakon. Mansil offloads to Veerakon again. Quick ball coming out for Trinity, and an advantage. Altaf puts a little dink. Ball bounce beautifully for Malik. Some brilliant handling from the lads. And at that time, Vihanga Indusara was guilty of coming from the side and clearing it. Earlier it was Mohammad Tanish from the Antonians who was guilty of that same error in attack, giving away a penalty. Will not please the coaches.
Well, yes, Trinity was playing some brilliant continuing rugby, and straight away penalty conceded. Going from the sides, there you go. Lovely offloads. Malik to Manzil, and look at that from Manzil. Back of the hand offload.
Yeah, you can see the man with the number 27 jersey, Vihanga Indusara, didn't come through the gate. You got to make sure that you enter the ruck through the gate, irrespective of whether you're attacking or defending. Antonians now need to make sure that they build a couple of phases and go into half-time with try number 2. Amara Bank try number 2 to their favour. Goes in for a front peel, but completely makes a mess of that. Udan Vijay Kohn with ball in hand sets it up. Now the forwards will have to do a couple of carries until Vijay Kohn becomes available, as Evin Jayasena goes to the ground, makes it available. Vijay Kohn putting in the caterpillar and goes for his left boot. Good high hanging kick in the corner. This time very well contested by Emmanuel, who has been impressive for me, the young halfback. Good ball carry by Lakwin Mantilaka for the Antonians. Indusara yet again coming in an offside position. Needs to be careful. Back-to-back penalties given away by Indusara. You don't want to get noted by the referee. in that contact area. So opportunity for the Antonians to go deep into Trinity half through Pereira's kick. It's a decent yardage earned, approximately 30 meters on that. Now here, take a look at Indusara. He'll argue that he was in the correct position to try and bounce on that ball. Let's see what the Antonians will come out with in this Rexona line out. Because they have managed to win the line out when they put a man up, but opting to go to that front pale, try and putting pressure on themselves, because we saw how they opened up space when they set it up. If they can back themselves and try and upset this Trinity Raj or Rasandu Bandara, the midfield combination for the Antonians. Johan Gunawardhan and Ninesh Gunase in the wings have looked very good when they had space to keep to their feet. Trinity looking to put pressure, not committing too many men. Antonians their way into the 22 meters. And secure that ball, and Trinity have done well to hold him up. Jayasena rolls away. Antonians with another carry, and this has worked for them. Their forwards have been fabulous, and Jayasundara, the danger man, Dinuka Jayasundara, loses the ball forward. Unfortunately, great rip-off by Trinity's opposite number, as Altaf kicks it to safety. Referee Atavar says that's minute number 35. Half-time here at Pallekele, and the Antonians will rue the chance that they had. Jayasundara looked like a difficult force that it's going to take some stopping, but Trinity managing to rip that away from him.
Yes, opportunity blown away for the Antonians before heading into that half-time. Straight away, Jayasundara doing all the hard work, but just not holding on to that ball. Nevertheless, Trinity will head into the half-time with a lot of confidence, 32-5. And meanwhile, the Antonians will want to have a good word with the plan they are going to play in terms of coming into the second half's play. So do stay tuned with us, the Papare, Sri Lanka's #1 sports channel, as we will bring you the action of the second half of this game.
Park Avenue. Long-lasting fragrance. Unshakable confidence.
අබාන්ස් ෆ්‍රිජ් කියන්නේ අබාන්ස් ෆ්‍රිජ් කියන්නේ පවුලට හරන ෆ්‍රිජ් එකක් අබාන්ස් ෆැමිලි එකට හරියන අපේ රටේ ෆ්‍රිජ් එක.
Introducing Elephant House Wonder Bar Gold. Crack your wonder.
Park Avenue. Long-lasting fragrance. Unshakable confidence.
NDB Leasing බාපු ගමන් නැවෙන් ලීසින් එක අපෙන් ඉලෙක්ට්‍රික් හයිබ්‍රිඩ් පෙට්‍රල් ඩීසල් ඕනම වාහනයකට නොම්බරේකේ ලීසින් NDB Leasing NDB බැංකු.
එතකොට මහත්තයාරුනේ ටයිල් ඇඩිසිව් ග්‍රවුට් වෝටර්ප්‍රූෆින් ස්කිම් කොට් නේ.
ලොකු ඩිස්කවුන්ට් එකක් නැද්ද මුදලාලි අතන කඩේ 140ක් දෙන්නම් කිව්වා.
බෑග් වල බොරු ගණන් ගහලා පස්සේ ලොකු ඩිස්කවුන්ට් දෙන දේවල් මාගාව නෑ මහත්තයා.
ඔබේ නිවසේ පරිපූර්ණ නිමාවකට දවටනේ නියම මිල සඳහන් ස්විස්ටෙක් නිෂ්පාදන මිලදී ගන්න. ස්විස්ටෙක් ගන්න ඕනේ හොඳම තීරණය.
Introducing Elephant House Wonder Bar Gold. Crack your wonder.
Park Avenue. Long-lasting fragrance. Unshakable confidence.
ලීසින් එක ගත්ත වේගෙන්ම හවසින් ලෝන් එක ගන්න ළඟම LB ෆයිනෑන්ස් එකට
Park Avenue. Long-lasting fragrance. Unshakable confidence.
Love Rugby.
Live Rugby.
Prima Kotimi. Fun Tamari.
Park Avenue. Long-lasting fragrance. Unshakable confidence.
බෑග් වල බොරු ගණන් ගහලා පස්සේ ලොකු ඩිස්කවුන්ට් දෙන දේවල් මාගාව නෑ මහත්තයා.
ඔබේ නිවසේ පරිපූර්ණ නිමාවකට දවටනේ නියම මිල සඳහන් ස්විස්ටෙක් නිෂ්පාදන මිලදී ගන්න. ස්විස්ටෙක් ගන්න ඕනේ හොඳම තීරණය.
දවසම ෆ්‍රෙෂ් වෙන්න. O3 Spirit and Freedom perfumed body spray.
Love Rugby.
Live Rugby.
Prima Kotimi. Fun Tamari.
ලීසින් එක ගත්ත වේගෙන්ම හවසින් ලෝන් එක ගන්න ළඟම LB ෆයිනෑන්ස් එකට එන්න.
සීන විමන් මවනා ඔබටයි.
Perfectly ස්විස්ටෙක් ඇලුමිනියම් නඩත්තු වියදම් නැති ජාත්‍යන්තර සාතික සමග වසර 30ක් දක්වා වගකීමක් ඇති ස්විස්ටෙක් ඇලුමිනියම්. ඔබත් කොටේෂන් එකක් අරගෙන බලන්න.
Introducing the 2025 TVS Apache RTR 204V.
NDB Leasing බාපු ගමන් නැවෙන් ලීසින් එක අපෙන් ඉලෙක්ට්‍රික් හයිබ්‍රිඩ් පෙට්‍රල් ඩීසල් ඕනම වාහනයකට නොම්බරේකේ ලීසින් NDB Leasing NDB බැංකු.
Love Rugby.
Live Rugby.
Prima Kotimi. Fun Tamari.
Park Avenue. Long-lasting fragrance. Unshakable confidence.
Perfectly ස්විස්ටෙක් ඇලුමිනියම්. ඔබත් කොටේෂන් එකක් අරගෙන බලන්න.
මාස 24ක් දක්වා ගෙවීමේ පහසුකම් සමගින් මාසික වාරකයේ රුපියල් 4999යි. අබාන්ස් ජාතියේ පරිගණක සැපයුම්කරු.
Experience what it means to have true peace of mind with NDB credit cards. NDB credit cards, the advantage in your wallet.
ලීසින් එක ගත්ත වේගෙන්ම හවසින් ලෝන් එක ගන්න ළඟම LB ෆයිනෑන්ස් එකට එන්න.
සීන විමන් මවනා ඔබටයි.
Park Avenue. Long-lasting fragrance. Unshakable confidence.
රසෙන් සන්නයි මිරිස් රසෙන් කීස් ක්‍රෙස්ට් නිවසින් පාවිච්චිට පහසු වෙනස්ම හැඩයකින් යුත් රසකාර කඩංගු නැති හලල් සහතිකයලා කීස් ක්‍රෙස්ට් සෝස් රසගුණ සපිරි කෑම මොහොතකට
Elephant House Wonder Bar Gold. Crack your wonder.
Park Avenue. Long-lasting fragrance. Unshakable confidence.
Welcome back to the live action as we come back to live from Pallekele. It has been a very and then Trinity unleashing wave after wave of attack. First Amana Bank try for Dimat Tambepiti, I beg your pardon, in the 14th minute, and this was when Amar Faisal lit up the grounds for the third score. In the 18th minute, Trinity went up 17 points to nil, with Faisal getting the only goal conversion that went through this game. A penalty kick, Ambepitia collects and touches down for his second Amana Bank try, and then through open play. Yet again, it was Dimat Ambepitia, the recipient of a very well executed kick from Shan Altaf. Antonian forwards kept fighting, and Dinuku Jayasundara went over for a solitary score in the 28, 5 points to 27 was the score before Trinity setting up a maul, and Akash Fernando saw the opportunity, went through the middle, touchdown for Trinity's sixth Amana Bank try. Bonus point secured for Trinity College. Will be interesting to see how Coach Fasil Marija opts to bring in his replacements and the finishers into this second 35. Straight away we can see Trinity will be looking to try and get their bench into the act as well.
Yes, Sudarshan, a lot of options in that bench for Trinity, especially yet to see Minula Yeddahige in the field, coming back into Trinity outfit after his injury concern. And here's the restart of the second half from Trinity.
Antonio is letting it bounce. Emmanuel digging for it, and the forwards have to make a hit out. Good defensive work by the Trinitians. Pereira. Kicks it. Some may argue that was taken inside Zaniru. Nevertheless, Trinity with an attacking line out in their amber zone just outside the 22 meters. They had some problems with their line out. Bit of a change, and wants to go to number 6. Rex on a line out secured by Prateep. Here's Ritika Veragama with the carry for Trinity College. Vijay Kohn finds Jayasena into the 22 meters. Now Veragama. Beg your pardon, Rodrigo. Altaf finds Veragama. Trinity attacking the open side. Quick ball available for Altaf. Malik has to take the tackle. Recycle. Vijay Kohn. Jayasena gets away from the first tackle, but good work by Tanish Mohammed. Vijay Kohn to Jayasena, inside ball, but finds Altaf. Altaf looking to run. Altaf going for the corner. Makes it available. Vijay Kohn, and here's Shamas Rodrigo opening the scoring in the second half. Just took 2 minutes for Trinity to get their Amana Bank try number 7.
Just a simple rugby from Trinity, continuing that momentum where they left it off from the first half. Right off from the start of the second half, Samash Rodrigo, first Amana Bank try for him, and try number 7 for Trinity. And big questions for the Antonians. Take a look at that once again. Udan Vijay Kohn saw that gap. Lovely pass to Rodrigo. And Rodrigo just beating 2 men straight over the whitewash. Try number 7 for Trinity.
Then again, Trinitians opting to opt for Amar Faisal. Missed a couple of conversions, but this is an easy angle. They'll want to make sure that they have his confidence back up as Trinity makes their first change. Amar Manzil's day has been called. Madhuranga De Silva comes in place of Mansil.
And Amar Faisal this time gets through the goal conversion, and with that Trinity moves up to 39 points to 5. Take a look at that once again. Shan Altaf putting some hard yards with the goose step, and lovely ball from Vijay Kohn to Rodrigo. Trinity playing some brilliant rugby at Pallekele against their hill country rivals. Here's the restart from the Antonians. It's on a 10-meter kick, and very well collected there by Gunawardena.
The fabulous work by Johan Gunawardena chasing it down. Good pressure on Alan Fraser by Trinity. Now the forwards have to do some hard yards here for the Antonians. Mohammad Tanish driven back in the tackle by Achinta Jayasena, who has been an absolute live wire for Trinity. Gunawardena with the carry. Doesn't manage to find the yardage he was looking for. Yet again, good tackle on Jayasundara by Achinta Jayasena. Daham Pereira running on to that inside ball for the Antonians. Still inside at 22. Getting away beautifully versus Galapitage. Now the Antonians need to make sure that they keep building the faces which was lacked in that first 35. Isolated Nabil Zaya digging for that ball, but the clearance came in from the Antonians. This is fabulous from the Eagles, who are building up faces. Trinity need to fold out because there's acres of space available for the Antonians. But how about that for a tackle from Kevin Virakon, who has been fabulous in defense. Big statement ball and a lovely offload by the Antonians. Here's Mantilaka. The Eagles building up phases. They're getting their confidence. Jaya Sundar with a carry just outside the 22 now. Antonians have fought their way for 25 meters. And all they needed to do was to keep ball in hand. Emmanuel. To Dharmadasa. Forwards. Bringing their team into the 22 meters. Very well done by Fernando. Listening to the referee. Jayasundara tucks it. Now to the line they go, the Antonians, and Resandu Bandara loses the ball forward. All that good work by those hard-working forwards given away due to an unforced error.
Well, yes, once again, that error from the Antonians, not continuing their consistency. It's a big tackle from Kevin Virakon on the Antonian backline. Of course, once again, it's Kevin Virakon, the man with that pressure. Of course, following his brother's path. Warren Virakon was one hell of a good defender as well, Sudarshan, back in his time.
His oldest brother Ryan Virakon was also a mercurial centre for Trinity. Played his final year in 2015. Last of the three brothers, Virakon brothers. Here's Vijay Kohn at the back. Altaf puts in a little dink. Lovely collection by Virakon, offloads to Madhuranga De Silva, who loses the ball forward. It's a no advantage in favor of the Antonians, who've been put under pressure. But the idea was right from Trinity. They saw the space. Altaf and Virakon running onto that ball. Madhuranga De Silva was cornered by good cover defensive work by the Antonians as they make a change.
26.
Sadinu Dharmadas's day has been called as we have Joshua Gunawardana coming in.
We have Minla Yadhege as well. He replaces Dimanta Bepitia. Dimanta Bepitia and Nudan Vijay both gets the call from the coach Fazil Marija. Round of applause from the Trinity fans for both these players for the exceptional brilliance. This game as Trinity now will have the vantage scrum down in favor of them.
Pradeep Yaine has also been called to the bench. With Sachin Kaushalya coming onto the field. Altaf puts the ball up and mark called by the Antonian fullback Pereira. Beg your pardon, that's Johan Gunawardana.
Take it quickly.
Gunawardana gives it to Pereira, who gets decent yardage, but Trinity wouldn't mind. So Trinity making a couple of changes. Experienced halfback with Vijay Kohn goes to the bench. Dimatambe Pitia alongside Pradeep Yaine.
Number three change.
Sachin Kaushalya has come in place of Yaines, another change is brought in. Nirmal Sellaheva comes in for the Antonians in place of Mantilaka. Alan Fraser thought his day was done, but he has a couple of more minutes to hustle as the Antonians straight away win that line out. Shamas Rodrigo couldn't go for that ball because the man hadn't rolled away. Tanish.
Play on. Red ball now, red ball.
Play on is the call, and that's a turnover by Trinity. Yet again, Kevin Virakon is the man who's in the middle doing the hard yards. Jaya loses the ball forward. Opportunity for the Antonians to counter, but Jaya Sundar gets a difficult pass to catch.
Well, referee Yatawara will bring back player for that initial infringement. First knock on from Trinity. Antonians could have held on to that passage of play. They had some open space. Nevertheless, once again lost that ball. Here's the vantage scrum. Both teams have won 4 each. When it comes to their scrums, lovely inside ball from the fly up. Quick ball from Emmanuel to Pereira. Pereira with the boot. Shan Altaf collects it very well. Sends a long pass to Yaddege. Yaddege cuts in one, cuts in two, beats 2 men, beats 3.
Well, good first touch and a carry, and even better counter ruck from the Antonian skipper Sampath. Now needs support. Antonians going on the short side. Here's space, but Inash Gunasekar loses it forward. They can't lose focus, the Antonians, because Trinidadians will not wait for the referee's whistle and they will continue to play. No advantage is the call from the referee, so Trinity will have a scrum, of fabulous clearance by Akash Sampath in that ruck. Trinity didn't expect that. Milya they gave it his first touch.
Let's take a look at that from Yaddege. What a start for him for this season. Pretty much continuing everything from the last season. He was a tremendous player for Trinity in the last year's Dialog Schools Rugby League. Here's the scrum down now once again in favor of Trinity. Antonians once again causing that error. Handling errors all over the park here at Pallekele for the Antonians. Here's Altaf once again with that cheeky kick. Virakon with the charge. Virakon has men outside. And good cover defense from Johan Gunawardena, but nevertheless a lovely offload to Faisal, and Faisal will touch down. Try number 2 for Amar Faisal. What a passage of play from Trinity. And that's try number 8 for Trinity College Kandy.
Amar Faisal touching down for Amana Bank. Try number 8 for Trinity, but it was created by that man who's come on in the second half, Madhuranga De Silva, with this atrocious offload. Shan Altaf put in the little ding. Kevin Virakon, beautiful running line, collects it, sees that De Silva is there, draws the man, passes. De Silva, I thought, should have gone all out. Very good cover defensive work, but that atrocious offload, and Amar Faisal's burst of speed, bringing him his second Amana Bank try. Try number 8 for Trinity College, and Faisal with an opportunity for the conversion.
Conversion's good from Faisal. 46-5 now. Antonians will want to make sure that Altaf has a smart boot on his legs. Take a look at that for a replay. Brilliant offload, and Faisal, plenty of gas in his legs.
Number 11.
Try number 2.
Number 11.
For Faisal, both these wingers for Trinity. Ambe Pitia with 3 tries, and Faisal with try number 2 now. And yet another change in the Antonian outfit.
Hurry up, 11, hurry up.
Trinity now will be eyeing for that 50-point mark. It will be back-to-back. Last week they went over that half century against Lumbini. And here's Altaf collects that ball. This time opting to run Trinity. Very positive. Lovely hands. Gets to Rodrigo. And he brings it to ground.
Shamas Rodrigo with a very good straightening run. Trinity looking to exploit that outside channel. Faisal brings it inside. Antonians needed to make sure that the tackler rolled away. Quickly taken by Jayasekara, but referee says got to wait. Avishka Jayasekara, a nifty halfback for Trinity. Trinity likes to bring on to try and speed up the game as the bulk of the tries have come from the backs. Achinta Jayasena got it starting, but that was from broken play. The only forward try came through Akash Fernando and that Rexona line out set. And at Bombalapitiya, it's 35 points to 12. Pete Wright's lead in the charge as Trinity set it up. Jaya at the back with ball in hand. I beg your pardon, that's Jayasen at the back with ball in hand. Trinity in the 5 meters now. The forwards will rally up, will want to make sure that they score it through the forwards. Indusara gives it to Veerakone, Kevin Veerakone. The good, strong, straight carry. Jayasekara to Jayasena. Achinta Jayasena is held up. Thought would have done well to try and recycle that ball. So goal kick in favor of the Antonians. $24 points to 7 is how it stands in the game. Wesley taking on Mahanama. Mahanama putting up a bit of a fight against the heavily favoured Wesleyites.
Okay, goal line. Time on, time on.
But the Pete Wrights taking the upper hand. It's reported that some of the Josephians were down with the flu and didn't really get an opportunity to train the previous week. Here's how Veerakone carried the ball as Trinity make a wholesale change. 4 men going in. Achinta Jayasena's day has been called. In comes Yasan Kavsindu, Akila Fernando. And out goes Ritika Veragam, Nahil Jaya, Achinta Jayasena and Shamas Rodrigo. Got hit out by the forwards, and they've received fresh legs onto the park.
Yeah, seems like almost all the players from the bench have gotten the opportunity for Trinity now. And here's Antonians with the goal line kick out. Kicks into the corner, to the hands of Faisal, and
You cannot charge. You cannot charge.
well, referee Gianni says you cannot charge when it's a goal line drop out.
Yeah, penalty in favor of the Antonians. Get out of jail free card, really. Need to make sure that they get good contact on this. No pressure on the Pereira. So need to try and look for distance. But what's important is that he finds touch. And that he does. Very good work by
number 17. 5 meter
Daham Pereira. Take a look at Misala Pereira in the number 17 jersey. He got to make sure that he waits. Cannot charge down inside the 5 meters.
10.
Antonians now opting to go for a 4-man line out. Good collection. Emmanuel gives it to Gunavardhana. Now Antonians looking to spread it wide. Gunavardhana met in the tackle by Iyad Dehige. Antonians opting to keep it in the short side. Akesh Sampath, the skipper. Emmanuel, Gunavardhana. Now fresh legs coming on to the park for the Antonians. Sharon Jayatunga, however, is guilty of holding on to the ball.
Well, once again, it's that same error from the Antonians, not holding into possession, and it has been a big concern. They would want to make sure that they erase these errors as they have more games heading into this season. And here's Altaf with the touch finder, a brilliant touch finder. Take a look at that once again. Number 4 for the Antonians. Shevon Jayatunga was isolated. No support at all, and Trinity does very well to turn over that ball.
Good work by Fernando that time. Trinity now setting this up. Pumping his legs is Fernando. Trinity breaking from the back. Akila Fernando goes to the ground. Makes it available for the Trinity forwards to rumble forward into the 5 meters. Trinity chasing that half ton here. Jayasekara. Altaf. Yadehige running a beautiful line. Yadehige into the in goal. But does well to retreat and make the ball available. Misela Pereira. Penalty advantage in favor of Trinity. Jayasekara. Altaf. Yadehige cuts back inside. His comeback game. Yadehige. Jayasekara. Beg carry forward. Yasan Kapsidu loses it forward, but a penalty is available for the Trinitians. Just outside the 5 meters. Jayasekara takes it quickly. Now swings it out wide. Altaf. The cross kick this time overcooked.
Well, yes, once again Altaf looking for that cross kick. Amar Faisal trying his best to reach out to that ball, but nevertheless it was overcooked from Altaf. Would have been a hat-trick for Faisal as well. And Trinity now 2 occasions coming into their own 5 meter. Had the opportunity of scoring, but nevertheless Antonians did manage to recover, but seems like
time of skip.
is it a try?
Akash Fernando is claiming that Antonians really blotching that line out. Referee will have a word with Amila Rajakurna, the assistant referee.
Okay. Taken in 5 meter scrum.
Well, the Antonians, it has been adjudicated that the Antonians did take the ball in.
5 meter scrum.
5 meter scrum in favor of the Trinitians. Early occasion. Now take a look at this 3-man line out. And putting themselves under pressure. There. Yep. Antonians getting that right that time.
Steady!
Jayasekara with the feeding. Jayasena. Short ball to Kevin Birakon, who makes it available. Quick ball. Akash Fernando with a pick and go. Jayasekar on the short side. Now Shan Altaf will go in for Ramana Bank. Try of his own. And will bring the score to 51 points with the conversion to come. The skipper getting his name on the scoreboard in the 59th minute.
Yes, the skipper Shan Altaf gets his name on the scoreboard and opens up that half century for Trinity. 51 points on the board, back-to-back 50s for Trinity in this Dialog Schools Rugby League 2026. First game against Lumbini, and now going up against their hill country rivals, the Antonians. 51 points to 5. Faisal with the difficult conversion.
Well, Altaf shaking off that earlier overcooked cross kick, deciding that there may be plenty men on the outside. Let me try and take this one. Gets in and Amanabank try for himself. 51 points to 5. And Faisal this time, no problem. Conversion number 4 for Faisal. Goal conversion number 4 for Trinity as the score moves up to 53 points.
Take a look at that. Altaf goes on his own. And a brilliant conversion, a goal conversion from Amar Faisal. Trinity now looking very strong here. 53 points to 5. This time it's knocked forward from the Trinitians. And the Antonians have the ball available. Skipper recovers the ball and goes into contact. And here's the prop forward opting to go on his own. Needs support. Gets the time support he needs on time.
I think the Antonian forwards really need to take the game to their hands, because every time they put their heads down.
No advantage, gain, back to scrum.
Yeah, no advantage, so there will be a scrum in favor of the Antonians. Every time they put their heads down, then we got to give it to the Antonian forwards. They played well in a tight group, despite not having that same impetus from their backs. So they can take heart from that. They've managed to gain ground when building phases as well.
Yes, absolutely. The Antonian forwards have been brilliant. Nevertheless, those little errors from the backs has to be erased for the Antonians moving forward in this season. More tight games ahead. And here's a lovely backline move from the Antonians. The Emperor fends off and gives it to the corner man, and Yadege lifts him up. And a strong tackle.
Yadege was very, very lucky. Very, very lucky that there was another player who came and stopped that slam. Pent up energy for Yadege, making his first appearance for the Trinitians. Now Sellaheva. Emmanuel Tukunuardana running across versus Bandara. Dahan Pereira cutting back inside. That's accidentally offside. Trinity with the scrum of Jayasekara, like all good nippy scrum halves do. Trying to ask the referee, but it was an opportunity for a quick tap. Take a look at Yadege. Carries him up, and here, very, very well done. Very well done. Who's the man who came in there? I thought that was De Silva. Surely did save his man stay in the Nordic at the minimum.
Well, yes, absolutely. That was wise thinking from his own teammate. Or else Yadege would have been definitely sent into the sin bin for that dangerous tackle. Yes, Malik now with the chip kick. Altaf with the chase. But Pereira puts it to boot. Well, the ball is being put in by Adhige, so Trinity has the ball available now. Yes, Viragon gets into contact. Opting to go from the short side. Lovely ball from Altaf. Malik gets into contact. Lovely run there by Jayasen, and lovely offload as well.
Good work by Jayasekar attacking the short line, and Antonians need to be disciplined around the ruck. Ball dislodged backwards. Akash Fernando with some work, but Malik is not able to collect that cleanly. So errors creeping in. And Trinity, I believe we are doing the final change. Malisha Jainath comes on in place of Kevin Viragon, who has been fabulous today, both in attack and defense. And then we got to start speaking about the Swiss Tech Perfect Player of the Match. And for Trinity, a lot of the players have really put their hand up. Dimata Ambepitia has scored a hat-trick. Amar Faisal with a fabulous run. Fabulous. Udan Vijay controlled the game very well as well. Shan Altaf spotting those spaces. Going to be a very difficult one to pick from, but really putting in the effort on both aspects of the game, both defensively and attack. And Trinity pouncing on that. Here's Faisal. Puts in a little dink, and that's a good territory gain for Trinity. Looking at the space available. I thought Akash Fernando was also good. Shamas Rodrigo, I've almost named half the Trinity side. Then I'm going to leave it up to you, being the back, to try and decide on who the Swiss Tech Perfect of the match is going to be. 3 tries for Dimata Ambepitia, 2 tries for Amar Faisal. But there were some fabulous performances which created those opportunities. Difficult one.
Well, yes, plenty of names are in that list for the Swiss Tech Player of the Match. Like you mentioned, Dimata Ambepitia with a hat-trick, and Faisal with 2 tries and with few conversions as well. But like you mentioned, Sudarshan, there are a few players behind that who have created, and I believe it would be Kevin Viragon, who's had a great day here at Pallekele, playing against their Hill Country rivals. So I believe Swiss Tech Player of the Match should be Kevin Viragon, the number 13 for Trinity College Kandy. With his defense and with his attack as well, he has been tremendous for his team and for Trinity.
Yeah, I agree. Playing in the unfamiliar position of number 12, we really did marshal the defenses for Trinity. Abdul Malik held from his jersey. Needs to go to the ground and make it available. Antonians now need to roll away. Quick ball out for Jayasekara. Altaf. Now to Kausidu. Goes to ground. Makes it available. Jayasekara. Fernando. Altaf. De Silva. To the corner. Faisal looking for his hat-trick. Stopped by the Antonians. Here's Misala Pereira running on to that ball. Good carry by the prop forward. Trinity now using the forwards, but Jayasekara drops it like a wet bar of soap.
Well, yes, Jayasekara was in a rush there. And once again, a slight error. saves yet another try for the Antonians, but the Antonians will want to make sure that they do well in this scrum, and I'm pretty sure with the clearance duties as well, they've got to lessen up those errors. I'm pretty sure that Trinity will be eyeing for that 60-point mark, which will bring back similar to the last year's game as well, where Trinity defeated the Antonians in the knockout pre-quarter games, 62-5. It was a massive win for Trinity, and continuing that where they left from the last year. And here's the Antonians with the vantage scrum. Sends it to Vitanage, the number 10, and loose ball this time. And now Trinity will have the opportunity right under the post. They have a scrum down in favor of them. Once again, Antonians with those slight handling errors. Take a look at that. Vitanage with the inside ball, and I believe that player was not expecting for that ball at all, and once again that error, the miscommunication. It's the little things that has caused this big margin for the Antonians, and now Trinity once again.
Well, look at that open space. If I were Sevin Jayasen, I'm not going to let anybody else touch that ball. Trinity changing angle. Shan Altaf. And Shan Altaf will score his brace. Amana Bank try number 2 for the skipper. And Trinity score the 10th Amana Bank try in this game. What a rout it has been. Since that 28th minute, it has been one-way traffic in this second half. 5th Amana Bank try in this second half for Trinity College. I got to take a hat off to Evin Jayasen for not wanting to just bulldoze his way. And the skipper gets his second. 58 points to 5, 70 minutes on our clock. Will it be 60 points to 5? Or will it stop at 58? Altaf will be the man to decide that. The conversion goes to the left, and referee Atavara decides there is a little bit more to play.
Take a look at that. The try from Shan Altaf puts a little bit of a goose step, shows and goes, and no answers for the Antonian defense. Skipper goes on his own. And now 58 points to 5. Antonians will have to make sure that they do not concede any more points for Trinity, but Trinity will definitely look to score that one last score for Trinity.
Yeah, the lads who are coming on to the field as well, isn't it? They will want to make sure that they keep continuing, and that's a very good jackal. Holding on to that ball was Akash Fernando. Antonians taking it quickly, looking for that consolation score. Selheva with the carry now for the Antonians inside the 22 meters. Forwards will rally together. Akash Fernando looking for the jackal, but did well to get away and get ready for the next one. Kavsi putting pressure. Misala Pereira looking to go through the middle. And hands in the ruck from the Antonians. Jayasekar takes it quickly. Altaf. Now Trinity running on the outside channels. Offload to Adhege. Play on is the call from the referee as Trinity comes on to the 22 meters. Ball lost forward, and I believe that's going to be full time. 58 points to 5 is how it finishes.
The Lumbini going past that 50-point mark, and of course their home Hill Country rivals, the Antonians, 58 points to 5. Trinity, of course, looking favourites for this year's season as well. Nevertheless, Antonians, they have 4 more games left in this first round, and they've got a lot of questions to be answered, and they've got a lot of things to be, lot of errors rather to be corrected, and it will be important that they make sure that they put the preparation for that heading into this season with the rest of the games, as the season has not been an easy one for any of these teams, and a gesture of sportsmanship as well from both the teams, the Antonians and the Trinitians, the Hill Country rivals.
They're taking a common bow, and this is what the game needs, isn't it? The camaraderie. There is fierce rivalry between the two teams, but it being a friendly rivalry is what Trinity and the Antonians were known for, and we really do hope that it continues to be the same. Kevin Virakon, the Swiss Tech perfect player of the match, didn't score any tries, but boy, defensively, wasn't he an absolute gem for Trinity. Highlights of the second half: Trinity got off to a brilliant start with Akash Fernando scored in the first try. Trinity managed to really put pressure. I beg your pardon, that was Shamas Rodrigo who got the first try for Trinity in the second half. And then Trinity through Altaf's kick. Here's our Swiss Tech perfect player of the match, Virakon. And how about that for an offload by the new man who was on the field, giving Faisal his brace. Kevin Virakon, Swiss Tech perfect player of the match, getting his accolade as well, to the charging of the Trinity fans. And Altaf touchdown twice in the game, making Trinity College secure another big win against the Antonians. For the Antonians, it's back to the drawing board. It's going to be very important. Like we spoke last year, they ended up as the bowl champions. So the big step up is always going to be aiming for that cup position, but they absolutely need to make sure that they finish up in the top 4 in the group and try and advance themselves into that plate segment. We got to keep advancing year on year. Antonians, 1 try, just the 5 points. Trinity didn't have the greatest day with the boot. Amar Faisal getting the 4 conversions. Sean Altaf up trying 3, didn't come out well. Just the 1 conversion for him. And Swiss Tech perfect player of the match, Kevin Virakon, for his fabulous defensive and also attack work in that unfamiliar number 12 position.
As this game ends, as the Trinitians take the upper hand, the rest of the fixtures that will be played more. Lumbini College will be taking on Sri Sumangal College Kandy at Police Park, and at Air Force, and of course Science will host Zaira at Mount Lavinia. Thurston will take on Royal at Sugadadasa, and Isipatana will take on DSNNI College at Royal Complex.
Isipatana versus DS was to be played today, but has been pushed to the Sunday. But Lumbini College going and Sri Sumangala College is going to be a very, very interesting one. Can Sumangala keep continuing their momentum and be a real challenger for the top 2 spot? We will have to wait and see. And Zahira College also has a very interesting game on their hands. On Monday as well, we will have St. Thomas's travelling up to Kandy, take on Kinswood College here at Pallekele, and that will be the final game of Dialog Schools Rugby League week number 2 in this top tier. With that, we come to the end of the broadcast, brought to you from Pallekele, it's been an absolute pleasure bringing you the live broadcast. You are going to be spoiled for choice because tomorrow, it's not only the school's rugby that is going to light up the rugby scene here in Sri Lanka. New Zealand under 85 making their way up to the hills. Kandy and Nettawala will be hopefully coming out in numbers to back the Tuskers because they have improved leaps and bounds, Janiru. It's going to be a very interesting one where the Tuskers will come all out to make sure this goes. But for now, it's a goodbye from all of us here at ThePapare.com from the Pallekele Stadium.
Stand by for opener.
Sri Lanka's #1 sports channel, the Papare.
3, 2, 1, roll.
ඉතින් ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ අංක 1 ක්‍රීඩා නාලිකාව ThePapare සමග.
Welcome back to the Papare.
Welcome to the live broadcast on the Papare.
Good luck, guys. Good luck, everyone.
The Papare, Sri Lanka's #1 television sports channel.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
Vantage for the modern professional.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
Pain can pause your active life. Get the all-new Woo Pain Relief Spray for fast, long-lasting pain relief.
ගෙවන් යන්න ෆෝන්ස් ගන්න. ළඟම ආබාන්ස් එකට යන්න. ලොකු පොඩි හැම ෆෝන්ස් ගන්න. ළඟම ආබාන්ස් එකට යන්න. හොඳම ෆෝන් එකක් ගන්න. ළඟම ආබාන්ස් එකට යන්න.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සදාමයි.
එතකොට මහත්තයාරුනේ ටයිල් ඇඩිසිව් ග්‍රවුට් වෝටර්ප්‍රූෆින් ස්කිම් කොට් නේ.
ලොකු ඩිස්කවුන්ට් එකක් නැද්ද මුදලාලි? අතන කඩේ 140ක් දෙන්නම් කිව්වා.
බෑග් වල නම් ගහලා පස්සේ ලොකු ඩිස්කවුන්ට් දෙන දේවල් මාගාව නෑ මහත්තයා.
ඔබේ නිවසේ පරිපූර්ණ නිමාවකට දවටනේ නියම මිල සඳහා
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සදාමයි.
Vantage for the modern professional.
Introducing Elephant House Wonder Bar Gold. Crack your wonder.
Introducing new Air Action Mentos, the peak of freshness. Mentos, yes to fresh.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සදාමයි.
Park Avenue. Long-lasting fragrance. Unshakable confidence.
Saratama enjoy කරන්න party එකට go.
Night Go Pocket Perfume Youth එකට go එකක්.
Let's KFC.
Making moments special. Most value for money from KFC.
Park Avenue. Long-lasting fragrance. Unshakable confidence.
Pain can pause your active life. Get the all-new pain relief.
Park Avenue. Long-lasting fragrance. Unshakable confidence.
Love Rugby.
Live Rugby.
Prima Kotumi. Fun Tamari.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සදාමයි.
බෑග් වල බොරු ගණන් ගහලා පස්සේ ලොකු ඩිස්කවුන්ට් දෙන දේවල් මාගාව නෑ මහත්තයා.
ඔබේ නිවසේ පරිපූර්ණ නිමාවකට දවටනේ නියම මිල සඳහන් ස්විස් ටෙක් නිෂ්පාදන මිලදී ගන්න. ස්විස් ටෙක් ගන්න ඕනේ හොඳම තීරණය.
දවසම ෆ්‍රෙෂ් වෙන්න. O3 Spirit and Freedom perfumed body spray.
Love Rugby.
Live Rugby.
Prima Kotumi. Fun Tamari.
Park Avenue. Long-lasting fragrance. Unshakable confidence.
ලීසින් එක ගත්ත වේගෙන්ම හවසින් ලෝන් එක ගන්න ළඟම LB ෆයිනෑන්ස් එකට එන්න.
සීන විමන් මවනා ඔබටයි.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සදාමයි.
Perfectly Swiss Tech Aluminium. නඩත්තු වියදම් නැති ජාත්‍යන්තර සහතික සමග වසර 30ක් දක්වා වගකීමක් ඇති Swiss Tech Aluminium. ඔබත් කොටේෂන් එකක් අරගෙන බලන්න.
Introducing the 2025 TVS Apache RTR 204V.
කිචන් එක අබාන්ස් කරන්නේ දැන් වයිෆ් හැපි එකේ ඉන්නේ. වයිෆ් හැපි කරන්න කිචන් එක අබාන්ස් කරන්න.
Park Avenue.
Pain can pause your active life. Get the all-new Move Pain Relief Spray for fast, long-lasting pain relief.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සදාමයි.
Perfectly Swiss Tech Aluminium. නඩත්තු වියදම් නැති ජාත්‍යන්තර ඔබත් කොටේෂන් එකක් අරගෙන බලන්න.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
Perfectly Swiss Tech Aluminium. ඔබත් කොටේෂන් එකක් අරගෙන බලන්න.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
අවුව නිසා බොඩි එක කූල් නැත්තම් මයින්ඩ් එකත් කූල් නැහැ. ඒකට තමයි කර ඔබේ ඇඟ 3 ගුණයකින් කූල් කරයි.
order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
Park Avenue. Long-lasting fragrance. Unshakable confidence.
Experience what it means to have true peace of mind with NDB credit cards. NDB credit cards, the advantage in your wallet.
Introducing Elephant House Wonder Bar Gold. Crack your wonder.
Pain can pause your active life. Get the all-new Woo Pain Relief Spray for fast, long-lasting pain relief.
NDB Leasing. බාපු ගමන් නැවෙන් ලීසින් එක අපෙන්. ඉලෙක්ට්‍රික්, හයිබ්‍රිඩ්, පෙට්‍රල්, ඩීසල් ඕනම වාහනයකට නොම්බරයකින් ලීසින්. NDB Leasing. NDB බැංකුව.
Park Avenue. Long-lasting fragrance. Unshakable confidence.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
Introducing new Air Action Mentos, the peak of freshness. Mentos, yes to fresh.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
අබාන්ස් ෆ්‍රිජ් කියන්නේ අබාන්ස් ෆ්‍රිජ් කියන්නේ පවුලට හරිම ෆ්‍රිජ් එකක්. අබාන්ස් ෆැමිලි එකට හරියන අපේ රටේ ෆ්‍රිජ් එක.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
Introducing Elephant House Wonder Bar Gold. Crack your wonder.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
Dawsam refresh when the train ekata go.
At night go, pocket perfume. Youth ekata go ekak.
Perfectly Swiss Tech Aluminium. ඔබත් කොටේෂන් එකක් අරගෙන බලන්න.
Every modern professional needs Vantage. For those who demand the best. Vantage for the modern professional.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
Experience what it means to have true peace of mind with NDB credit cards. NDB credit cards, the advantage in your wallet.
අවුව නිසා බොඩි එක කූල් නැත්තම් මයින්ඩ් එකත් කූල් නැහැ. ඒකට තමයි ඩෙටෝල් අයිසි කූල්. අවුවත් එක්ක ඇති වෙන දාඩිය නිසා හැදෙන විෂ බීජ වලින් ආරක්ෂා කර ඔබේ ඇඟ 3 ගුණයකින් කූල් කරයි.
Every modern professional needs Vantage. For those who demand the best. Vantage for the modern professional.
Love Rugby.
Live Rugby.
Prima Kotumi. Fun tamari.
ලීසින් එක ගත්ත වේගෙන්ම හවසින් ලෝන් එක ගන්න. ළඟම LB ෆයිනෑන්ස් එකට එන්න.
විමන් මවනා ඔබටයි
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
Making moments special. Most value for money from KFC.
Perfectly. Swiss Tech Aluminium. ඔබත් කොටේෂන් එකක් අරගෙන බලන්න.
Love rugby.
Live rugby.
Prima Kotumi. Fun tamai.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
Park Avenue. Long-lasting fragrance. Unshakable confidence.
Perfectly Swiss Tech Aluminium. නඩත්තු වියදම් නැති ජාත්‍යන්තර සාතික සමග වසර 30ක් දක්වා වගකීමක් ඇති Swiss Tech Aluminium. ඔබත් කොටේෂන් එකක් අරගෙන බලන්න.
Black Night Go Pocket Perfume. Youth එකට go එකක්.